his own way rather than to listen to God and to love and honor the one who made him. He talked about sin. He talked about judgment. He talked about heaven and hell. And he talked about God's grace, his mercy, his kindness. And then instead of treating man according to what he deserves, he graciously implemented a divine rescue mission to rescue his creation that he loved. And he became a man himself. And he lived a perfect life on this earth, and then he suffered and died, sacrificing himself on a cross. And then 3 days later, he rose from the grave and defeated death. And he talked about the need for repentance and faith. He talked about being born again. And I left the church that day with big questions. I had never heard this stuff before. I wondered, how could this be true? How could you know if this is true? How could a Bible written thousands of years ago be accurate today? Isn't there contradictions in the Bible? Aren't there all these other books that you could replace the Bible with and still find your way to God if he exists? And my friend's father answered a lot of those questions. But he said, Kirk, if you really want to know if God is real, then you need to come to him and ask him to reveal himself to you. And you need to go to him on his terms, not your terms, but his. You know, that was a new concept for me because in my life, I was the big celebrity. If you wanted to have a meeting with me, you'd have to call my agent, who would call a manager, who would set up an appointment with you, maybe sometime in the